First, most of the most of the duty of sanctifying the month or the beginning of the month is usually a duty of the female. So
I need a definition of what it means to sanctify.
and yeah, I'll come to it. Sanctification as a whole speaks about giving life, being able to give life. Okay. So it is quite clear that through, let's say, what we call a mouth, which is this is the way they can sanctify. But it's not the, let's say, this is why he's saying that mouth is not being mentioned in terms of the month. So we are going from the head, yeah, the skull, eyes, ears, nose, and mouth is not mentioned because it's not mentioned from above. It should be mentioned from below. It means I've given you life. You need to choose life. Okay. So how you sanctify, you choose life. It means you choose to give life to something. This is to sanctify it. Blessing is the way the higher ties the lower to himself. So even when we bless, it's not that we are able to sort of create a blessing from ourselves, but we are sort of drawing the connection from above. But when sanctifying is, there is no sanctification without blessing. Blessing is a condition to be able to sanctify. We can see it on איפה התנ"ך שלי הלך? הנה, פשוט כבר אין לו מקום. We can see it from בראשית. You see the order of Friday. Okay. So I'm reading it in Hebrew because most of us read it's the blessing of Friday. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי. I'm reading second chapter, third verse. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו.
Okay.
Okay, so it means that in order to sanctify it, he needs first to bless it, to connect it to himself. Okay? Let's say the completion of creation was with a connection or with the extension of the blessing, meaning that which will enable a blessing, that which will enable reformation. So then you can sanctify, because the reason is that he actually went on his sabbatical to allow human to complete creation. This is truly he went into sabbatical, meaning he sort of drew himself in order to almost evacuated his presence in order to allow our presence to fill the space, to fill the space that he left for us. Now, the space that he left for us is in himself, because creation is the body of, not the physical, but the body of the Creator. So within it is sort of giving us space within him, with the ability to reform or to fill the gap, and filling the gap will be sanctifying, giving it life. So this is what they're saying, because it's there for us to do. This is why it's not mentioned as the nature of what there is. We need to create through saying. Now, through the mouth is in Kabbalistic terms or in Kabbalistic language, it would be that we would create a screen that upon this screen, which in itself is like lips, upper and lower. It's like we can say thickness and the dressing, which comprised every screen, like a mouth. So it's not something that is there. It's something that we need to build with in partnership with the higher. So then we can sanctify, give life. Give life is return light. Is the return light.
This is beautiful. What would the Rabbah say then about the role of the mouth in terms of within the garden, the saying, the speaking, and the eating?
Because most of the Reformation is sorting ourselves out. Sorting ourselves out, let's say, the deepest expression of sorting something out is eating. Through eating, you sort importance from something that is not important, something that will allow life.
Through digestion.
Yeah, so you eat even in the mouth there is already a preparation for the ability to give life. And then the whole body sort of participates. So this is why, as I'm saying, the highest peak of even fasting of Yom Kippurim is the sort of the eating or the feast of eating before and after. Sudam of Seket is more important than fasting. Okay? Because it's sort of the completion. We sort ourselves into a state and then we complete the state by moving out with a recognition and consciousness of what we've been through. What we've been through in Yom Kippurim, yes.
And did the Rabbah say that the eyes are Tammuz?
The eyes are?
Tammuz.
Tammuz and Av.
And Av. So
this is what Hari is saying, yes.
Yes.
Is actually Rabbah, making a face out of each.
Understood.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to, since the context of this is Gan Eden, and I'm wondering about the connection with Chava seeing that the fruit was, delicious and could bring wisdom. Is there any connection?
It has to do with the way we perceive. Well, most of our transgressions happens because of our trust in the way we perceive reality, and we're not going above our perception, meaning we're not using the edict of belief, meaning it's seeing with his eyes beyond our eyes. So most of our transgression starts with trusting the way we see, the way we perceive. Yes.